quite surprised to learn that huge amounts of money is being given to Sir David Adjaye upfront. On top of that, the amount of money that he's charged from the documents that we have now, about $22 million, which was nearly 10% of project cost. It's monstrous. Look at the median survey data. Remember that this is the data you're looking on the screen now is survey data. What that means is that the Royal Institute for Architecture in the United Kingdom, RIBA, goes around and asks architects and collects data on what fees they are charging. Sir David Adjaye's studio is primarily UK-based, so I'm using RIBA data. That is the regulatory authority there. That is the professional association there. And they go around and find out what architects typically charge. What you realize is that as the scale of the project increases, the percentage reduces because it's natural. If I'm going to do a $10 billion project, I don't have to pay $1 billion to architect. Okay. That makes no sense. So that scaling dynamic means, therefore, that the average percentage for project costs that you typically find in the United Kingdom is about 3.5%. We have a situation where we're paying, and that's for design and build. We are paying not just design, to be very clear. We are paying almost 10% to Sir David Adjaye for this exercise that he's undertaking on behalf of the country. And nobody doubts his competence, nobody doubts his talent. But this is inflationary pricing, which we must talk about. If we were to bring it down to Ghana, we say, okay, well, he's based in the UK, but now he has a studio in Accra, he has a studio in London. What is the UK, the Ghanaian guidance when it comes to architectural fees? And here also, I find it shocking that we will be breaching the Ghana Institute of Architects fee structure, which is around 4%. So we're going to about 10%. What is it about Sir David Adjaye that means that we must pay so much when the project scale is such that typically we need to be compliant with guidance? Because it's a big project, so it's making a lot of money. So that's a challenge. Architectural design fees should be about 1%. We've paid $6 million, like as much as more than 6% of the project cost. And that is like 5 times or more what the guidance would suggest for just the schematic diagrams and the early concepts. And that is problematic. The other thing we have a challenge with is this new pattern whereby the government is consistently single sourcing large projects to a single architect. It's unusual. We've not had it in this country. We've not seen that. What has all of a sudden changed? We appreciate the fact that Sir David Adjaye is a global architect of international renown, but he's been practicing for years. Since 2000, he's been famous around the world. Why is it that all of a sudden in 2020 or 2018, 2019 onwards, we are seeing massive projects being awarded to him without design competition? Whereas where he traditionally operates, look at the number of projects that he's done in Africa, maybe less than 5% of his entire portfolio. So he operates primarily internationally. And in those places, it's almost always the case that there's a design competition. How can we award the Ghana Trade Fair Center a $1.something billion project, suggesting that if we're going to keep paying him at the rate we are paying him, it's about $100 million project? We decided to do the Ghana Freedom Pavilion in the Biennale in Venice for the first time in 2019, and we went for him. And we're going to pay a huge amount of money. We're going to spend more than $1 billion on Agenda 111. If we use the same scaling fee scales that we've noted that he's been applying, we're going to pay him about $100 million. By the time we are through, we would have paid a single architect more than $300 million as a country. Somebody has to ask some questions. And if we argue that, well, he's a renowned architect and therefore we like his work, why doesn't he compete then? Because then it will be evident that on top of the fact that he's a globally renowned architect, his links to Ghana, his ties to Ghana will also play to his advantage compared to other international architects. But the benefit is that it will bring down the pricing because these are inflated prices. And we are paying huge amount of money to the gentleman. As I've said, we have immense regard for his talent. We have immense regard for his competence. But the way in which the country's money is being funneled, to his studio raises eyebrows. And I think the Adjaye himself would not begrudge us the feelings that we are having that something off is happening.